Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 10.
And we're here for a very serious purpose, Something's out of control, but we're going to put it in control very quickly like we did on the southern border. I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening. They've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly. And you people are victims of it, too. You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. And you all know people and friends of yours that happened. And so you can be anything you want, but you want to have safety in the streets. You want to be able to leave your apartment or your house where you live and feel safe and go into a store to buy a newspaper or buy something.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters. Jews and Gentiles alike, welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Today is Noga, August the 15th, 2025, and it's currently 4:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Great glory, grand rising. I have to reiterate this. I have to say that and let the people know what my mission is. Be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. What you are seeing here is nothing but a theater. It's nothing but, hey, look at me, look at me. I'm doing things. You gotta go back to that low vibe, man. You gotta go back to that low vibration. We need you to go to this low vibration. So we're going to stage a little thing out there, and then put a little news and put the National Guard over there, and then trying to show you that, you know, this is Jacob's trouble, so you can fear and vibe, and yeah, so judgment won't come upon us. Look, you see the problem with fakeness or fake or fakery or, you know, stage things, because the result is always fake. It's no good. It's ineffective. Yay, you'll find a few blassos, a few people like look all people. You put them in the street, you know, have them a little scuffle, you know. You'll do things like this. You'll do things like that, you know, just to pull another scum. Okay? Man jumps on car hood and wild dodge to DC arrest, you know. And we can see the number 7 right here. Okay, so this is the type of garbage then you people will do, you know, and this is an arrest of a black man, you know, the leg pulling and things like that and stuff. He's not being shot 15 times though, because this is a real arrest.
Put your hands behind your back.
And you people will do this thing to show that, oh, they're being unruly and the police can do their job. And we're going to have to set the National Guard over there working around, you know, do this thing.
Bro, get the off of me!
Stop kicking!
Get the off of me! Get in there, What are you doing?
Alright, you will have this thing.
What are you doing? I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. Let me see your hand. Stop blocking me. Brother. Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand.
Give him your hand.
And that's all. You know, you do those little things, you know, just to get the people riled up. And you're faking things. Try to show Jacob's trouble without the chip. Remember what those scum been saying. You know, first there is a chip, you gotta accept it. Back in 2020, the chip was the TikTok they were going to give the people. They say, hey, take this, put it in your tag, you should be all right. Oh, well, that's the chip, that's the mark of the beast, and stuff like that, and all this nonsense and stuff. Okay, well, yeah, well, okay, we're on 2025 now. What happened to that whole chip? Look, to my people out there, girded your loin, strengthen your stance. Nothing's going to happen to our people. Those people have zero power. Whatever that you're seeing out there they are doing, has nothing to do with us. They are trying to put you in fear and bring this low vibration. So-called white folks, so-called 83 are not ready for what's already here. People are saying like, well, Big Levi, you need to tell the nation that, you know, the white people we're going to fight, we are not ready for this. No! They are not ready for what's already here. And you will see some of it. Some of you are at peace because you see everything. See, things like that, they manufacture them and put them out there. Let me let this thing play right here. You know, they manufacture them and let them out there so they can rile up the people and show like, hey, he was being unruly, he didn't follow the law, you know, and, you know, put the glacial over there, you know, put the black man over there, a white woman, and got the National Guard over here, give you the same looping thing, and as if there's something major over there, you know? All right, so all this nonsense, so you people will just do stuff and then try to make the people going out there and send that energy, okay? We go right there. First of all, you had that war going on over there with Ukraine and Russia. You know, our people didn't give their consent, they didn't give their energy. I don't know what the hell is going on with this war. Then you have that war between Aish and you know, the other Aish, destroy land, killing children and women. Our people didn't care. Now I don't know what the hell is going on. Iran and that war, you people, you so-called Christian coming out there and saying, well, the moment you know, Iran attack, God gonna intervene and then he's gonna do this, Jesus is going to come back and stuff like that and all those things. All this garbage you try to force, it's not working. Oh, Putin is the enemy, he's the Antichrist. Yeah, there you go. Now you got your Putin shaking hands with Trump. Okay, you got Putin right here.
Here we go, Andrew.
Here we go.
So we are now
okay,
seeing
you got all
President
those
Trump
dudes,
come down
all
the
those
steps.
83s, okay, coming together. You know how people, there's a lot of blasphemy out there. They love Putin because, oh, he's against America. He's going to take America down. He's going to free black people. And you saw what happened to that Russian woman, the black woman in Russia. Oh, he's supporting that fellow over there in Africa. He's giving him weapon and stuff like that. Anything to take our people mindset, to take their energy, to take their focus away and put it on garbage so they can harvest your energy. A lot of the people you see out there, they are energy vampire. Who say these dudes are real, the real Putin? Who say those are the real Trump? Those are the same people. This is some 83, and they have zero power against our people. Do you really believe if the so-called Trump had any power, they would have announced the National Guard to take over DC? They would have wiped out DC out of the map. You wouldn't even know that. Just like they wiped out many black towns, many black city, they flood them. You didn't even know that until years later you realized that, wait, there was a black town there and then they flooded it. They do this. You think if those people was going to bring Jacob's trouble, they would have announced thing and telling you, oh, this is what we're gonna do. Prepare yourself. Oh, black people, you need to prepare yourself, man. You need to flee to Africa. Flee, flee, flee. To my brothers and sisters, stand tall. Do not be moved. Do not be dismayed. Don't let no one coming over there and try to put fear on you. There's sure a few black folk in there, doing a little scuffle and stuff like that. They won't shoot, they won't do anything, but they're just like, a little beating in there to get you riled up. A lot of the 2/3 blassos out there, they're going to get what they're going to get. There is no way out of this. But to our people, the few remnant, be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. You people trying to switch your whatever prophecies. Now, you guys want to do this thing. You want to do it without the chip now. Where is the chip? Where is the Antichrist that coming over there and say, peace, peace, coming, and then you can't buy food and stuff like that? Where are all those things? Why aren't you Christian raptured yet? What is it that you people are doing here? This is a farce. This is a bunch of garbage. This is a bunch of... What those people are doing here, beloved, they are trying to avoid of saying, we are the people. They are trying to avoid of saying that... They are try to avoiding of acknowledging our people. That's all. There's nothing else to do out there. What else? What else you people are going to do? What else you going to do to our people you haven't done before? What, you going to arrest them like that video? You going to step on their neck? You going to shoot them? You going to put them in prison? Is that what that is? Yeah. What you gonna do? What is it that you people want to do, or you can't do it, or you haven't done any of that to us before? You've done every single thing in the book and out of the book unto our people, and we are still here, and we're going to be here. This little farce and fiasco by the power vested in me by the Holy One Himself. I declare your power broken, null and void. Hear me, O Spirit. Hear me, O angels. Break those people down even more. Bring great fear in the midst of them, and even greater confusion in the midst of 83 and the blassos, vassals, and whoever that join unto them. You see, things like that, you can stage them. You can go out there. Is that thing even recording? Is it recording? Is it? Yeah, it's recording. You can do this thing. You go out there, do little this and little that, and talking out of your ass. You can do those things. You can stage them. And the result will always come out fake.
And you don't have that now. The murder rate in Washington today is higher than that of Bogota, Colombia, Mexico City, some of the places that you hear about as being the worst places on earth, much higher. This is much higher. The number of car thefts has doubled over the past 5 years, and the number of carjackings has more than tripled. Murders in 2023 reached the highest rate probably ever. They say 25 years, but they don't know what that means because it just goes back 25 years. Can't be.
This is the garbage, okay? Remember a few years ago, in the 80s, 90s, particularly, there were this phrase, black on black crime, okay? And there was this 13% of the population and 99% of the crime, 100% of the crime. So when black men were killing black men and shooting each other, one, because of the curse of Joab, a lot of Joabites are in the midst. The curse of Joab, if you don't know, Joab was the left hand of David. King David used Joab to do a lot of dirt, and Joab literally turned into a demon, him and his brother. There was a dispute between his brother and Abner, the right hand of David, and they went and fought together. Abner and the brother of Joab were fighting, and Abner came out victorious. Joab's brother died, And because of that, Joab hold a grudge against Abner, and he hid that. So during the whole reign of King David, Joab went and talked to Abner as if it was his friend. And one day he noticed there's a crack in Abner armor, and he invited Abner to go talk under the bridge. He has something important to tell him. So he said, I cannot telling you here because there's too many people here. Let's go under the bridge. Let's go, and I can tell you what I need to tell you. So Abner following him under the bridge, and he was speaking to Abner. He said, Abner, man, we need to do this because the military and things like that. And the moment Abner left his guard down and Joab saw the crack in the armor, he quickly, swiftly, speedily pulled up a dagger and stabbed Abner right in the heart and killed him instantly. And then he told him, this is for my brother that you killed. Which the fight was fair. The brother was a traitor. David ordered his death, and then he died. Joab murdered Abner. So when David learned of the thing, David could have killed him, but David didn't, because of course Abner being an Israelite and Joab being an Israelite himself, the left hand killed the right hand. If David saw, if he killed him, the punishment would have been too good for him. And David told Joab, he cursed Joab, he said, Joab, you and your descendant, you and your children is going to kill each other. Brothers will kill brothers, fathers will kill sons, son will kill the men's side. They will just kill each other until the great day come, and that's the end of my curse. Remember, David was the king, and also he was a high priest, just like all the king. They were priests also. They were initiated in higher sciences. Of course, David, of course, make the psalm, the psalm of David, and he taught a little bit to Solomon, his son, and things like that. So that's where the curse of Joab came from. All those dudes, all those gang 2/3, you see, are shooting and killing each other for the most pettiest thing. They are the descendant of Joab. To that manner, the curse of Joab not supersede, but it is embedded in Jacob's trouble to a point. If you put some of the Israelites together, we have a disagreement. It is rarely somebody gonna come and shoot someone and kill someone there. But the 2/3, the one that refused to change, they will shoot each other. So it is in this context that we refer to the 2/3 as the Joabites. Joab, their forefather, bite mean, the descendant of Joab on that side. So yes, indeed, a lot of them are still there. There are plenty video of those guys shooting each other. There was something going on over there. Most of them, a hell of a lot of them, are in Chicago. Chicago is a very sacred place. Okay, a hell of a lot of them are in Atlanta, Florida, LA, California. Okay, quite a few of them are in Texas, but nonetheless. So what's going on here, beloved, is the so-called 2/3, the one that want to change, they have to go. And we cannot be emotional about this. And we cannot take this thing personal. They have to go. A few days ago, or a few weeks, or a few hours ago, there's a video of one of those dudes. He got shot live on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, while he was bragging about a golden chain or diamond chain. So he got robbed, he got shot and killed right live on Facebook or whatever. So this is the behavior of the Jobite. Okay? This is a great curse. So indeed, you are going to find the Joabites mixed into the whole thing. All right? So yeah, let's keep on moving.
Be worse. Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people. And we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it.
the two leaders coming. President Trump now coming near that red carpet right now. And on the other side, we have President Putin coming down his red carpet as well, and flanked by his security team, what would be his Secret Service for Russia now coming. And let's go now back out to President Trump as well, making his way and alone right now as he's stepping forward.
The greetings. See who wins that.
Ultimately, they will come down near this side and meet at the center of the tarmac right now. And President Putin coming closer as well. And here we go. President Trump now waiting for the Russian president to come. We will see what the body language is in just moments, Andrew. I'm now going to just bring up the audio as well to see if we could hear anything when President Putin and President Trump come. You see President Trump now clapping for President Putin, who is coming his way straight ahead. Right.
So again, why are all those meetings in Alaska, to be precise? Why those world leaders are meeting? Why is it that those guys, there's I believe there's a blood moon coming or a dark moon, an eclipse, something like that. Those things are coming. Look, whatever those people are doing here, X mark the spot. They cannot escape this. You are targeted under hostile spirit. They will get you. They are getting you. There's nothing you can do about this. You can meet and do your little thing, your
right now. Let's watch and see.
You guys always act like Russia. You're in war with Russia. Ukraine is at war with Russia and things like that. And there you go. Because you guys are not warring, to each other. What the hell is wrong with Trump, man? The Trump that I knew, I don't know what the hell is that? The man is swollen. Somebody need to check on the fellow, man. Trump's face is just all swollen. And anyway. So those are the two people that are at war. Those are the two guys that hate each other. No. They hate our people guts. And they come together to just speak like, yo, the Pope is no more. Whatever that garbage we have out there named Leo, he's just whatever. Some guy to keep the bench warm, to keep the seat warm. We're done, man. What are we going to do? Are we going to proceed with the plan that they gave us, or are we going to cave in? We'll see. Let's keep on moving. All right. Oops. Let me just close that right quick. There we go.
Just this past weekend, gunfire went through, and you saw that, the Navy Yard. I saw it this morning. They saw that they fought back against law. See, they fight back until you knock the hell out of them, because it's the only language they understand. But they fought back against law enforcement last night. And they're not going to be fighting back long, because I've instructed them and told them whatever happens, they love to spit in the face of the police. As the police are standing up there in uniform, they're standing and they're screaming at them an inch away from their face, and then they start spitting in their face.
The whole theaters take a few blassos and say spit so we can have something to talk about and stuff like that. I can guarantee you, if a man of the Lord spit on you, well, first, it's going to be a blessing unto you. Two, you wouldn't be standing up and testify. You wouldn't be here.
And I said, you tell them, you spit and we hit. And they can hit real hard. It's a disgusting thing. I've watched that for years, for 3-4 years. I've watched them. The police are standing, and they're told, don't do anything under any search. So and you can see they want to get at it. And they're standing there, and people are spitting in their face, and they're not allowed to do anything. But now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. Just this past week,
Yeah, you know, doing this little stage stuff, walking around, or we are arresting you and things like that. And there are a few blasters, or you know, that are very good at spreading the fear in the midst of our people. They're very good. Look what this man. Look what they are doing, man. We need to go out there. We need to march. We need to do this. We ain't gonna do hash. Look, you'll see what's going on. What's truly going on behind closed door. This is just theater. This is just you people do a few stuff out there to rile up. Oh, there's a black woman there. She's black too, you know. And then, you know, there's things in D.C. and stuff like that. You people have nothing going on. You're up to no good. You can't get out of here. You can't go to Mars. You can't go to the moon. You can't go hide in your bunker. You are trapped. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Now you're doing this little thing. Try to, you know, pull this last thing, like this last trick, well, you know, one trick pony, this last card you trying to pull out there. Look, you people are asking like you don't know who we are. You ask like you don't know where we are. You acting like you don't know who's the men of the Lord, how to get them. You know very damn well who we are. You're listening to our conversation. You're watching our channel. Well, what taking you guys? I'm asking, what takes you guys so long? You people are asking like we're some kind of vapor, like something that is invisible. You don't know. You just like, oh, I'm fighting in the street and stuff like. You know who we are. You could come after us anytime. You don't really need to do all those things coming after the one that has no power. Come after the one that has power, and you'll see and you'll know what it comes when somebody say the great name Adonai.
As of midnight, federal officers and the National Guard are now supposed to be patrolling D.C. streets 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as ordered by the president. Our Melissa Kim is at Union Station right now, where the Guard are posted as we speak. Melissa, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, hey there, Simone. Well, you can see those members of the National Guard that you mentioned in uniform right behind me outside Union Station here with their Humvees. They've been walking around and patrolling. I also
notice that the camera was focused on the black, National Guard, the black police officers, the black women. Hey, this is a black on black crime here and things like that. So I believe those dudes are from the 273rd precinct, I believe, or brigade or platoon. So 2 + 7 + 3. You know what to do. Go ahead. Do it. What this number represent here? This number, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guard, 5 black men, the 5 pointed stars, and you know who's in the midst. Let them know. This is how the holy angels speak to us. It said that the 12 tribes is protected by Michael is in the midst. What y'all gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing.
Saw some U.S. Capitol Police officers patrolling this area as well, which is pretty typical, by the way. But earlier today, I spoke to Natalie Eldridge, who lives near 14th and W Streets in Northwest. That's where a controversial traffic checkpoint took place last night. One person was taken away by police, but we do not know why just yet. And Natalie says it was a typical Wednesday night until she heard loud voices outside of her window. When she went to check things out, she said she saw approximately a dozen officers conducting that traffic checkpoint on 14th Street. She also saw close to 100 of her neighbors lining the sidewalks, chanting at the officers, as you can hear, to get off of their streets. Natalie describing the situation as tense and says this isn't the solution to combating crime.
It's just police officers on streets, which, are you just going to arrest people and then what? Are you finding out the root cause of why people are stealing? Are you finding out, why people are experiencing homelessness in our city?
And Natalie adding that she's lived in D.C. for about 7 years now, describing it as a beautiful city. She thinks D.C. is being misrepresented, by people like President Trump, who are calling it a crime-ridden city.
Yeah, well, they have to say that, and then show black folk. So, yeah, the world would say, oh, those people are always doing crime and stuff like that. Though, everything that you guys been doing, it's staged. You just pay a few guys, do this and raid that. So you can show his out there. But let's keep on moving.
For now, we're live outside Union Station tonight. I'm Melissa Kim, WUSA 9.
And this is what they are not showing you. And this is what they don't want you to see. You see, there is a big difference between reality and fantasy. There is a big difference of being theory and practical. There is a big difference of, hey, we are here, crime and this and that, and there is this. See, this is what's going on in Chattanooga. Well, not Chattanooga. Well, I believe all over Tennessee, okay? This channel, somebody just shared this with me, okay? This channel here, it's Tennessee's flooded. Americans furious they weren't warned about the weather disaster, okay? They weren't warned about the weather disaster. This was uploaded, premiere on August 14th, 2025, and today is August 15, 2025, so a day ago. So people are like, what's going on? Why weren't we warned? What is it? Okay, before we go into this, beloved, we want to let the people to be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. What you're seeing here is great judgment come upon those people. We're going to enter part 2 of this program. The reason why all those things are happening, the reason why you see those people are losing their goddamn mind. Back then, they didn't care. Black on black crime was going on. Black men were killing black men, shooting black men. They didn't care. They didn't deploy National Guard. In fact, they hire more police officers to kill more of the people. Now the police can't do that anymore. Have you seen they become powerless? Now they are sending the National Guard and this and that. They didn't care. Why those people are going at each other's throat? Why you see all those floods? It just won't stop. It's every day now, and it's everywhere. Why is the wildfire is all over? Okay, and the next coming week we're gonna do a video, probably mostly wildfires. While the wildfires is all over Europe, is the Grand Canyon wildfire is still burning. It's not stopping. It burns so much stuff, and then people like, oh, well, it's burning like bushes and forests and just like, the wilderness and things like that. No, it's not. Okay, why is this happening? What's going on? What seems to be the issue? Well, it's happening because of Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them. And they shall afflict them 400 years. Yea, indeed, 2019, the 400 years is over. Right when we enter 2020, till this day, you never got out of 2020. 2020 is a loop. Time been looping. I don't know, beloved. Please, let me know in the comment board. Usually I don't say this, or in the chat room. Has anybody have issue with the alarm or time? Or when you go to sleep, the alarm doesn't ring, or your phone is acting up, or you put something there to wake you up, but it didn't. Do you have anything, time messing with you, or time you wake up, you're so confused, you're like, what day is this? Did I do this, did I do that? Did I drop the kids to school? Did I need to go to work? Are you being confused? If you have any scenario or any events that happen to you, please put it in the comment board and the chat. Okay, now, 2020, you are not in 2025. You are still in 2020. Everything is looping back. You can't get out of it. Just like 1492, we never got out of 1492. When you got here in the fourth part, it was a loop. To you, it was 1493, 94, 95, 1800 and stuff. For us, it was still 1492 because it was a curse unto us. It keep looping back. Things change, the technology and things are closed and stuff, but our situation never changed. That means you caught in the loop. 400 years, over 4, 5, 6, 8, 1,000 years, and that loop. And now you people caught in the 2020 loop. You can't get out of it. You're gonna do your best, though you can't get out of it. But 14 here said, Genesis 15:14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And the Holy One is judging the nation, well, those nations, those people, Psalm 83, of course, through the 10 plagues of the apocalypse of Abraham. And then what you're going to witness here is thunder voices and destroying earthquake. Thunder voices is the weather, the tornadoes, the flood and things, the hurricane and stuff like that. So this is in Tennessee, okay? This is what they are not showing you, what Trump is not talking about. He's not deploying the National Guard to go save those people. He's not talking about the lack of service, the incompetence of those folks over there in Tennessee. He's not talking about this. He targeted D.C. because D.C. has a lot of stuff, of course, a lot of black folk over there. Now, there will be a few blassos, giving the typical things, and then we'll crush whatever that they are saying out there.
Nothing. Just saving my dogs. Flooding.
Last night, the community I live in, Chattanooga, Tennessee, was hit by a devastating flood. And it was total chaos. Lives were lost, people went missing, cars and buildings were severely damaged. This wasn't just a freak event from God. For number one, it's tied to our failing infrastructure, poor leadership, and it's also tied to the rampant effects of climate change.
That's a bunch of garbage, a bunch of lies. What you are seeing here is straight up judgment from the Holy One. This is the angelic work. This is the ancestors' work. This is our work. It has nothing to do with climate change and stuff like that. Anything but the glory to the Holy One. Anything but glory to the Holy Mother, the angels, our people, our ancestors. No, it is always some science stuff that they can't explain and they can't resolve.
Sewer systems and storm drains are outdated and incapable of handling extreme flooding. Decades of neglect and underfunding have left us vulnerable, and last night it showed that the leadership in Chattanooga, Tennessee have failed the people in Chattanooga. And on top of that, Weather Service were slow to issue warnings, giving people little time to prepare or evacuate the flood zones.
They don't know, they didn't know, they cannot know. What happened here, it happened to sudden. People were in the cars. In 2021, there was a great flood that happened in China. And millions of people die. Of course, they're going to say, well, like 2 or 3 people die. We show it, the dead bodies were floating. And then I told you I stopped doing things on China because it's for my mental health. Okay, I saw a video came out of China doing the whole TikTok thing going on back then when they are telling people take this stick, put it in the tag. And I see how they deal with their own people. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I respect the Chinese folk over there. I respect their determination. I respect everything. Well, they don't have any culture. I respect their mindset. But what they did that day when I saw this video, the one that they did to the pigs and the people, well, I will say the pigs. The way that they did the pigs, the way that they they curl the pigs, and I'm like, you know what? I never want to see this again. I will never watch anything like that. So when that thing had happened in 2020 in China, the people were in the car. The flood came so fast, so quick, so much, with so much strength. The people didn't have time to react. The meteorologists or whatever weather people or news anchor, they didn't have nothing to react to say, hey, this thing is coming. It just happened. By the time the rain happened, they don't know where the water came from. A burst of water came out of nowhere. They just hear the boom, and next thing you know, they are underwater. Okay, people are complaining, well, you didn't tell us in this. People think like, okay, well, it's Trump's fault because he went out there and discontinued FEMA and NOAA and it discontinued the weather things, PBS and stuff like that. Yo, they are shutting those things down because the blessing is done. The grind is done. The gravy train stop, derail, crash, and burn. There's nothing more to say, nothing more to do, nothing more to enjoy. Do you really believe this country had another 400 years in the state that it is? Do you believe they have another 10, 4 years? I don't know. Just like the way things are enrolling, rolling.
This is the deadly convergence of our weak infrastructure, lackluster leadership, and poor climate. And unfortunately for that, Chattanooga, Tennessee have paid the price for that last night.
Nearly 7 inches of rain Tuesday evening caused widespread flash flooding in the Chattanooga area. We tagged along with first responders and county officials as they surveyed damage from those floods, like here in this East Ridge parking lot, where you can see the asphalt has been lifted by those floodwaters.
4 souls, 2 cats. I've never been in one like this. And I would be out in it too. I've never saw it like this.
So you got this gentleman right here, quite advanced in age. He never seen anything like that. He never seen anything like this. People are saying, well, I mean, that's nothing. Back in 1974, I remember there was a flood. You see, the media, when this thing was happening in 2020 and 2021, we were telling those people, it ain't gonna stop. And what they were saying is like, oh, this is once in a 400-year time, once in every 200, once in every 100, once in every 40 days, once in every month, and now it's once every week now, once every day now. And he ain't gonna stop. And this guy being alive, he's been around for quite some time, and he told you straight up, this is his first time seeing this.
Just bad.
Floodwaters rising nearly 2 feet at the Cascade Motel, forcing residents to evacuate.
All that water coming down here.
Crews had to save some residents due to the quickly rising waters.
They met me right here at the door. They're coming in hollering at me because he was already with his bag going up there, and I had more stuff I was carrying out and trying to put up furniture too, so anyway, I'm out. That's the blessing.
Rhonda Kelly says 7 inches of rain entered her home.
All the floors are done. Some curtains that hang down, they're done. Furniture.
For Kathy and Carl Doloff, this is the second time in just 2 months that their home has been flooded.
It's very stressful.
The Doloffs don't live.
Again, this is the second time in 2 months. Look, the Holy One, the angels, the ancestors, we are not giving those people any rest. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can say to get out of this. This is full on judgment. This isn't something they can pray their way out of it or fight their way out of it. Oh, National Guard and stuff like that. We're going to stop when the angels pop up in those UFOs, and so we're going to shoot them with our guns. I don't know where you people come out of this. But me personally, if anyone out there, if your spirit in this time is not at peace, this is not my fault. I have nothing to do with this. But if you're at peace, you're like, hey, if you people gonna do something, do it. Don't be trying to announce your act to me. And this is the reality. The Holy One is breaking those people down. Ever since Asheville, that's when you folks now take serious attention to this. And Asheville is happening pretty much everywhere now, non-stop. And Asheville did not recover, and they will never recover from this. Okay? Notice those patterns, beloved. Those floods are hitting a lot of the so-called sundown town. That's what's going on. Okay? All right, let's keep on moving.
Live in an area considered a floodplain.
And this is the high part of the property right here. The low part is down there.
And now residents and business owners are left to deal with the aftermath.
Yesterday was just ridiculous, but yeah, I don't want to ever go through it again and hate it for anybody.
In East Ridge, Meg Doyle, News Channel 9.
Two parents and their child are dead after a tree uprooted in major flooding in Tennessee, and one person is still missing. Chattanooga receiving a half-foot of
Very similar to when Helene came and just destroyed.
to 5 inches of rainfall. Highest totals are going to be in the Appalachian Mountains, and of course, because of the hilly terrain, that'll settle in low-lying areas and cause for that increased flood risk for the next several days. So make sure to stay updated and stay alert.
You don't find this suspicious? Yes, you can hear the rain, but that's what I want to talk to you about. So it would appear that Chattanooga now is underwater, cars floating away, very similar to when Helene came and just destroyed the entire neighborhood. But
for the people that might not know, let's see. When was Hurricane Helene? I don't know why this thing does this. It put a lean in it, but anyway. Hurricane, it will see Irene. No. When was Hurricane Helene that destroyed Asheville? There we go. Hurricane Helene struck the western North Carolina region, including Asheville, on September 27th, 2024. We are not even in September yet, and you still got this. It's not even a year, and then this person tells you, remember what happened when Helene came back? It did this thing. So you guys are having Katrinas upon Katrinas upon Katrinas, and you trying your best to make it look like you are not bothered about it, or to make it look like it's some kind of like government, Trump doing this to its own base and people and stuff like that. But anyway.
why is this happening? Why is this happening? There's been a lot of really crazy bad weather incidents that haven't previously happened before. And it's weird. I mean, I have my own thoughts here, but I'm not going to say it because I don't know what'll be censored, banned, whatever. But what's happening?
What's happening is that you folks are under great judgment, okay? Let me show you one more thing. This email was shared with us, the beloved brother. He said, hallelujah, the floods in Tennessee. They are feeling the squeeze, okay? This dude, Mason, he said, can we go a fucking weekend or fucking week without someone in America getting their life ripped apart by a natural disaster? Okay, this tweet was August 13 at 8:26 a.m. That was 2 days ago. Can we go a week without someone in America getting their life ripped apart by a natural disaster? They are seeing this.
Cars, dozens of them, covered top to bottom in dried, muddied water.
Shocked, very, very shocked.
Mike Rocket was one of the several Potawatomi guests who came to see their cars for the first time in 5 days.
I showed up, there was a security personnel at the gate, asked me for my ID, the registration, the valet ticket, and then he escorted me over to the vehicle. He was very vague as well, did not give me any type of information.
Answers. It's what guests like Mike and Angelique, who both had their cars flooded, have been searching for since Sunday morning.
After we filled out that information, they just told us they would contact us after they figured out what was the issue and how they were going to go about resolving the issue.
And did you ever get contacted by them?
Nope.
Did anyone contact you?
No, I've still yet to ever receive a call from Potawatomi.
With minimal communication and guests finally accessing their cars Thursday, we took those concerns to Potawatomi staff.
I do know that we reached out to guests and guests reached out to us.
Can you explain why people were not able to access their cars until today?
Yes, and number one, again, this is a risk and safety issue. We needed to make sure that the situation was taken care of in the garage.
A lot of guests are wondering and have been asking people on the property today as they've come to get their cars if there's an insurance on on your end that they can contact, a claim to file with Potawatomi's insurance? How can people do that?
They would need to contact guest relations.
So is there a specific protocol that people should take in order to make sure that they filed the claim with Potawatomi, if there's any sort of liability to come on that end?
Any guests who have concerns should contact our guest relations department.
But anyway, they can see this. The weather is not friendly to those people. The sun is very hostile towards them. They are seeing that. Of course, we've been telling them. We said this thing ain't gonna stop. And not only it ain't gonna stop, it's going to multiply. Things going to increase. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get to a degree now. You people, you pretend you don't know what's going on. You pretend like, I don't know what's happening. You do know this is judgment. It's happening because of what your ancestors did to ours. And then that's the judgment. It's gonna come to a place now that you people are going to literally call us by name. When I say call us by name, I mean it. Like, you're going to not only refer to our proper name, you will refer to us as like name they know us on the internet and say, pray for me. You people will call the AK, you will call certain name, you'll say, please, I believe now. Can you tell your mom to stop? Can you tell your father to give me a little break to alleviate the pain? It will come a time that you will see government around the world will call us by name and negotiate talk. Very soon, it will come a time the United States government will call us by name and ask us to intercede, to intercept. It will come a time that the Vatican, the Pope, will call us by name, proper name, to come and interfere for them. That time is very close. A couple of years ago, we had sent the Vatican a letter to return our properties, to return the whole Vatican to us, to return our land, to return our books, to return the libraries. You people saw it, you ignored it. But you're going to come around.
Hi there, friends. Since it's flooding today in Tennessee, I thought that this would be the perfect time for a friendly reminder to all of my fellow Tennesseans about something extremely important. Okay? Are you ready? Get your listening ears on, okay, everybody? Come in close. If you own and operate a motor vehicle, and if you're operating said motor vehicle while it's raining, then please, the life you saved
they cut
could be
off
yours.
what he was saying because, you know, people don't want to get strike or whatever. So this is the road right here. All right.
Thank you.
Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg are currently under a flash flood warning. It is monsooning, storming here. There's finally a little break in the rain, but it has been absolutely disastrous all day today. Here's what you can do on days like today and how you can plan and prepare when it rains like this, because when we do have intense rain, we do deal with flash floods. While we do have common areas that flood that you should avoid, it can be random places that flood. I don't know if you recall, a year or so ago, there was a flash flood. Actually, it may have been less than a year ago, flash flood through Dollywood that totally flooded Dollywood and made Dollywood close.
Again, those things are not happening 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 2 decades ago, 1974. No, practically every year. Because the judgment is here. There's nothing people can do about it. They can go out there and do that little the National Guard, whatever stage over there, Jacob Trouble and so that. Nah. This, you cannot fake this. You see, most of those news are coming from TikTok and barely independent news. Well, barely mainstream media. They just brush on it, but they're focusing on DC because that's what they want to have life. That's what they want to catch fire, to catch wind. No, it won't. We ain't gonna focus on that. We're going to focus on your judgment. What's going on now? The flooding, the fire, the earthquake, the tornadoes now, the shooting, the 988 now.
So I would, if there's like major rain and flash flood warnings, those are the days that I would plan your indoor activities. I would avoid the mountains, going up into the mountains, because if you get stuck in the park, if the park closes, you're going to be sitting in traffic forever trying to get out of the park. So I would not plan to go up into the Smoky Mountains or the National Park or Roaring Fork or Cades Cove when we are looking at flash flood warnings or high intense rain. I'm not talking about like a little chance of rain, because it could not even rain on those days. I'm talking about days like today where it is like storming, lightning, thunder, monsooning outside. Actively check road closures. Okay, random roads will close and you need to know other ways to get around. Look at alternate routes from your cabin or hotel to where you're going. And again, these are the days I would plan a dinner show. I would plan a lunch. You know, sometimes like when it's busy season, they'll do lunch.
Anyway, there's a video of a dude. Is it that one? No, that woman? Let's see.
Heavy rainfall causes flash flooding in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wait till you see this video. I put the video clip on the end. Our sanctuaries in Tennessee, we have flash flooding problems too. I mean, we get a little heavy rain and it overwhelms the farm, and that little stream turns into a river real quick. It floods the whole farm, but I've not seen flooding like this.
There you go. We keep telling those people it's only going to get worse. And flooding should be your least worry. Okay, let's keep on moving to another video.
Tornado just crossed on over.
Okay, this is a tornado right there. All right, in Minnesota. Yesterday, the 14th. It's just this thing won't stop.
Look, that is it. Oh my God. Here, come inside, Grandma. We need to lock the door. No. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Oh my God! Look at this! Oh my God!
Yeah. This tornado just crossed Southern Boulevard. Looks like it's heading down D Road.
You just watch that, okay? Those people ain't got no break, man. Okay, this is part of the flood in Tennessee. Right? This is no joke. This is not staged. This is not what they are doing over there in DC. Okay, they are not sending the National Guard over there to help those people. Okay, more damage are being done in Tennessee than in DC. But they focus in DC right now. No, look at this. Okay, so those are the cars underwaters, man. You know, something like that happened to me 2-3 years ago. It was not fun. That was not fun. You know, it was scary. And that's all you guys can do. That's all you guys can do. You can just sit there and watch.
The dispatcher said they had somebody coming to you.
That's all you're going to do. That's all.
Talk a little bit more about that.
So this is what's going on in Alaska. This is KG, whatever that TV is, and it was uploaded a day ago, yesterday the 14th. And listen to what they say about that, the glacial outburst flood in Alaska. Okay, this is Alaska, man. All right. Then again, they got all sort of name for those things. Glacial outburst.
Flooding in Alaska. It is, of course, many miles away from we are here in eastern Iowa. As we zoom in and look at the exact area where this is taking place, this is the Mendenhall Glacier, just up from Mendenhall Lake. The Suicide Glacier is over this way. This is the Suicide Basin. And so the melting is happening here, and water collects until it fills that basin, and it starts to push under this glacier. And so eventually it lifts the glacier enough that all the water from this basin rushes out and underneath that glacier, and that's what causes those rapid rises on the river and lake downstream. And that
what's going on in Alaska, man? Why Putin and that fellow Trump is over there, man? What's in that mountain try to wake up and there's some kind of outburst or gush of water or glacier or whatever that is? What seems to be the issue over there, man? What's under that land in Alaska, man? Is there something over there in the Alaskan wilderness? You know, Alaska is the biggest state, right? They say she's so huge. It's unexplored. Most of Alaska, they don't know what the hell is in there. You tell me.
Heads into the Juneau area and eventually out to sea, but it's that area right along the river where they have been having to deal with this flooding. You heard that 16.65 feet record crest. The previous record was 16 feet on the nose. That is just from last year. These rises on those rivers because of these glacial outburst floods have been very common. Here's the lake level upstream. You saw it peaked at 1,362 feet above sea level, and then dropped about 400 feet in less than 2 days. Now, of course, not all that water results in a 400-foot wall of water. It was in a smaller space, so as it spreads out down the river, it only resulted in that 7 or 8 foot rise or 10-foot rise in some cases. They are having to deal with these just about every year, sometimes more than once per year. And according to the USGS, it's looking like this may continue just about every year for the next 2 or 3 decades.
You hear, like the brother said, you hear the drop? At the end, you hear what he said at the end? He could have literally said it, okay, in the beginning, or make the entire video. This should have been like in the news 24/7. Listen what it says like towards the end of the video. If you don't pay attention, you're going to miss
in some cases. They are having to deal with these just about every year, sometimes more than once per year. And according to the USGS, it's looking like this may continue just about every year for the next 2 or 3 decades. River and only 162 feet above sea level, and then dropped about 400 feet in less than 2 days.
About how many feet? About how many feet?
And then dropped about 400 feet in less than 2 days. Now,
in less than 2 days, this fish dropped 400 feet. Now listen, this is the type of thing those people are good at. They just tell the most important part of the story or whatever. Is just they just tell you a little at the end, and then that's like, yo, you should have begin with that. Really?
Of course, not all that water results in a 400-foot wall of water. It was in a smaller space, so as it spreads out down the river, it only resulted in that 7 or 8 foot rise or 10-foot rise in some cases. They are having to deal with these just about every year, sometimes more than once per year. And according to the USGS, it's looking like this may continue just about every year for the next 2 or 3 decades.
And then they caught it.
Looking like this may continue just about.
This may continue for the next 2 or 3 decades, like about like 20 to 30 years. This thing, the flood, whatever's going on over there. This is huge, man. This is huge. You see how I just gloss over it? They say it's every day. Can you imagine you getting flooded? Let me let the dude say this thing again.
Rise or 10-foot rise in some cases. They are having to deal with these just about every year, sometimes more than once per year. And according to the USGS, it's looking.
They got it every year, sometime once a year. You got something that happened once a year, And then now this is what's going to happen.
Mike, this may continue just about every year for the next 2 or 3 decades. May continue just about every year for the next 2 or 3 decades.
Every year now. It's going to keep continue. It's not going to stop for the next 20 to 30 years. And then they cut the video. You got this glacial outburst. What's going on over there? What seems to try to get out? You tell me. Let's keep on moving.
All right, welcome back here into Live Now from Fox. I am Eddie Mack.
22 hours, I think it's already become an hurricane. There was something that they said, oops, boy. It's already an hurricane right there. Let me see. Okay, what the hell is this? In Alaska, I don't know. Okay, that's the one. Oh, it's still. Let me see. Let's watch this one.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, giving you a live look at our XRAD system as we continue to follow the very latest tropical storm Erin on the cusp of strengthening into a hurricane, which it is expected to become later today as it bears down on the northern Caribbean islands. A lot to discuss, so we want to bring into the conversation the expert, none other than the National Hurricane Center Deputy Director Jamie Roan. Jamie, always a pleasure to have you join the show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having us today.
A pleasure to have you. So, Jamie, I see the system there on the screen beside you. A lot of concern. Will this develop into a hurricane? What will be the impacts? Break it down for us, please.
Yeah. Tropical Storm Erin is still out here over the sort of central Atlantic, if you will, and it's going to approach and move north of the northern Leeward Islands over the weekend and strengthen into a hurricane as it does so. Now, it's going to move just north of the Leeward Islands, sort of sparing them from the worst impacts, but that doesn't mean no impacts. They're still going to get some of the peripheral winds and more importantly, heavy rains and the potential for flooding. Also, a lot of rip current risk along the north shore of Puerto Rico. Thereafter, it turns more towards the north, moves into the western Atlantic, and really strengthens possibly into a major hurricane by the time it gets over here on the western Atlantic. But for now, it's looking like it's going to pass well east of Florida, sparing them the core impacts. But what people don't realize is in a case like this, and this is really tricky and catches a lot of people off guard, is this will be a huge rip current risk all along the east coast of the United States later this weekend and into next week. And that's really what we're trying to drive home, is this rip current risk.
Jamie, when you talk about the risk, providing a live look out in Tortola, the British Virgin Islands, that's also a concern out along that area, the rip currents.
So, and you got hurricane coming. So, of course, beloved, hurricane season is going to, well, it started June 1st and it's going to end in December, what now? December 31st? Somewhere in December. So, you still got the rest of the year for hurricane, and we are not in the midst of it yet. Asheville happened the 27th, and there's a lot more stuff that's going to go on here. So let's keep on moving.
Well, some breaking news in Monrovia, where a man was struck and killed on the 210 freeway. The city manager says immigration agents conducted a raid at the Home Depot on Mountain Avenue this morning. That's when the man ran onto the freeway and was hit by a car. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. The city of Monrovia said it received no communication from ICE regarding the raid.
All right, well, they just go ahead and do this. Let me see this one. No. Sean Kingston, they got Sean. Let me see how many years they give Sean.
Now, rapper Sean Kingston has been sentenced. He'll have to spend the next 3.5 years in prison for a $1 million fraud charge involving him and his mother. Local 10's Christina Vasquez is live in Fort Lauderdale with what happened in federal court. Christina?
This hearing ended with the very famous rapper taking off his suit jacket in order to be cuffed by the U.S. Marshals. And then he looked back at his teary-eyed sister, the pair exchanging I love yous, the sister telling us after the sentencing that she believes God has it all under control.
Sean, how you feeling, man?
That moment, the last, rapper Sean Kingston would be a free man Friday following his sentencing in a Broward federal courthouse. The judge sentencing him to 3.5 years in federal prison following his March conviction in a $1 million fraud scheme. His sister telling Local 10 News after sentencing.
Sean has played a major role in a lot of people's life, and he's a blessing, and he will continue to be that.
The judge gave him 3.5 years, which is much lower than the guidelines. So we're happy about that part. I think the judge saw through the fact that this is not a typical fraud that you see in other cases, and most of the restitution was paid back. Most of the people were paid back.
Now, prosecutors with the U.S. Attorney's Office went into this hearing asking the judge for 5 years in state prison. You may remember that's the exact same time that the case co-defendant here, his mother, was sentenced last month. And they argued to the court because in their view, they hatched this scheme together. But the judge said giving them the same sentence in his view would be unfair. We unpack and explain why coming up at Local 10 News at 5. For now, reporting live for you, I'm Christina.
So this dude, they pretty much got off easy. You know, usually those things carry decades, but he got 3.5 years. And that's what happened when the rap game, when you make the rapping, well, we talk about this in our lesson when we are studying the 50th Law by 50 Cent. Rapping or any kind of entertainment business is supposed to be a stepping stone for you. It shouldn't be an island that where you live. It should be something that you use a stair to get you to a greater level, to get you to something higher. You use it to build somewhat an ecosystem where you got everything in there. You know, we talk about this, okay? I don't want my people to just rap to be their bread and butter. No. Or whatever that you're doing out there, if you're a basketball player or football player, anything that has to do with entertainment, it cannot be your bread and butter. This was old school. That was like 19th, 20th century thinking, 21st century thinking. You are not in the 21st century anymore. You know, this myth of like, well, it take 100 years to move to the next. Nah, 2020, you're somewhere in the 24th or 25th century, and you're still lacking 2020. I don't want my people to use this as the bread and butter. I want you to get land, buy a few cows, okay, few nursing cows, okay, buy some wheat, plant it, buy some machine, and when you get the wheat harvested, okay, you mill the wheat onto the machine, take the flour, all right, go to the sea, get some sea water, bring it, process it, remove the salt, and take the wheat chaff and feed it to the cow, and the flour, and put some of the water in it, make the bread. All right, now take the milk from the cow, stir it, beat it, put it in this machine, turn it into butter, put some salt upon it. Now you are selling bread and butter. You will never lack of it. Now you're selling it now. Okay, you got too many cow, you kill one, sell the meat and stuff like that, and things. You got too many bread, you start making pizza now. Build an entire ecosystem from the ground, like Dr. Claude said. Vertically integrated everything. Start from raw material. You are not doing this rap game because you want to get some bread and butter. That's not what that is. Build infrastructure to bring you bread and butter, so you won't end up like this fellow. This is in San Antonio, Texas. Whoops.
Saber.
This happened. Oh, that's 2023. Okay, let me see. Okay, this is in Chattanooga again.
Have you seen anything like this?
Nope.
Highway 24, right before Chattanooga. And out of nowhere, we're going through all this water. Look at that.
Okay, it's bad. It's very bad over there. Okay, now in conclusion with this, beloved, for those of you that went to the meeting, and those are the one that will comprehend what I'm going to say here. Okay, Blackwater founder to deploy nearly 200 personnel to Haiti as gang violence soar. This came out today, August 15, 2025, 1:10 a.m. Okay, this is somewhere in Haiti. This is the police over there. So, great. Oh boy. Let's see. There we go. All right. Well, basically, I'm gonna have to go. This is NPR. Is that what that is? NPR. Oh yeah, public radio, whatever. They cut them off. So, like I said before, you're going to hear Haiti in the news. For instance, let me play this one video. Barbecue Haiti. There we go. There you go.
My name is Jimmy Cherizier, Barbecue. If the FBI wants me, I'm here. I'm willing to collaborate with them on one condition. There can be no lies told. Basil Richardson, a.k.a. Fredo, is innocent. He has never sent any money to me to finance anything in Haiti. Stop with all those lies and we can collaborate. Thank you.
His indictment is the first indictment of an individual in the history of the Department of Justice who has been sanctioned under the International Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. Now, in terms of background, Barbecue was a police officer in Haiti, but he led many campaigns of violence against Haitians in Haiti, including the notorious La Saline attack in 2018. Notorious because he both planned and participated in the killing of approximately 71 Haitians. It is a turf war that has shocked the human rights activists in the.
And suddenly, you people you care about Haiti. We told you a couple years ago that you would not be able to get Haiti out of the news because everything began there and it's going to end there. 1492, that's where you came. You came straight to Haiti. You weren't lost. You came to that island. You came to Mall Saint Nicolas because you know what's there, and they told you what's there. That's where you get your blessing. That's where the gate open for you there. And those people that are up on that island are not African, like you try to make them, to be and stuff like that. What's going on here, beloved? It's called the arsonist playing firefighter. That's the game they are playing. It's the arsonist playing the firefighter chief now. coming as a hero. I'm gonna come there. Oh, look at me, look at me. I'm saving you and stuff like that. There are certain conditions that needs to be met in order for any country around the world to get the blessing. I spoke about this many years ago, almost every year, but mostly I speak on it privately on our Patreon. If you want to know, you can go sign up under Intra Templum. There's a video that explains everything there. Okay? In order for anyone, any 83, to gain the blessing, they have to go to the Holy Temple down there, the Atlantean Temple that is in Haiti, Tortuga Island. First thing first, the first condition, there shall not be a leader, a president, or whoever that is. He has to be murdered. That's why in 2021 they murdered Jovenel Moïse, the Haitian president. 2, you have to get an army upon the land. Their feet have to reach upon the land. The strength of the United States military is in the Marines. There's nothing but the Marines. All the others are just anchors. They have to get the Marines out there. For years, they've been talking about sending the Kenyan. Kenya is there. El Salvador is there. Pretty much all 83 armies are in Haiti right now upon the land. They cannot invade the land like this. They have to come up with a story, say, hey, there is no leader. The gang overtake the streets. So we're going to send the Marines. We're going to send the National Guard, just like we did in DC, to put peace, because the people, the Haitian people over there are dying. You know, it's not our fault. And then let's send the Marines. Let's send Blackwater over there. Okay, let's send Blackwater, founded to deploy nearly 200 personnel. Those are not the army; they're just security. That's the guys they're going to put it. And then once they get there, they have to go. And then there are certain things I cannot say here. They have to perform, and then they will receive whatever year of blessing. However, in 2020, when Trump, Biden, all the other elites went down there, they met with the high priest. They told them, when they were shocked though, they didn't know that. You do know that the so-called elite and things like that, they don't really know anything about the 400 years. It's the church that know about it, and the church hide it from them. They truly believe what the church told them. 2020 was going to be the best year. They're going to continue this blessing forever. That's what they believe, up until they go there. And the entity told them, it is done. No more blessing. Trump will lose the thing. Biden will win World War III in the midst of you. In other words, you guys gonna start fighting each other, and that's exactly what happened. They're going at each other's throat. The weather is destroying them, and they told them, "You can't come back here anymore." And we know you're not going to listen to our warning, because you are a very arrogant nation. You will come back here. And if you do, once you put those Marines or military or whatever forces you land over there in this holy land, this holy place, like your ancestor did back in 1492, you will know the name and definition of Adonai. That is all. So they are doing their best to, well, they start this fire, this wildfire, and they are doing their best to play the hero, the Superman, which is during the day, he's Superman, at night, he's Lex Luthor. He's destroying things and then come out there and save people and things like that. So they're like, oh, we have to save those people over there because we truly care about them. Let's send the army over there to do this so you can perform the ritual and get another 400 years. At least that's what you think. We'll see. Whether you want it, whether you're not, or you don't, you're going to receive it. Beloved, oh, I didn't even play the book. Let me see. Give me a second here. This is our Patreon, okay, Big Levi, and you can go ahead, and we are studying the 50th Floor by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. Great book, all right. A lot of the things in there you have to know what. Oh boy. All right, it's already time. I gotta go. It's already time. 6 o'clock. So you can go ahead and sign up. Okay, we studied this movie, The Chronicle of Riddicks, by not by Vin Diesel, Pitch Black, and things like that, and Bridge to Terabithia. Great movie. Highly recommend this movie. We're studying it. We highly recommend you to go watch this movie if you want to truly know how the land will protect the people, how we have things in the land. Whatever that fiasco you see over there in DC, those people can do hish. We got things that are already there on standby, already activate. They're just on standby mode. Okay, brother Consus Juice had the organ generator homework, Zoom meeting. We already had some of our people do the homework. You can go ahead and go watch it and get your organ generator. Okay, it's the homework we gave for the month of July. We had the organ generator homework. Okay, the 33 strategies of war, so uncertainty and panic through acts of terror, and all this. We have all the lessons there, everything, the magical lessons and stuff. Once we're done with this book, we'll jump into culture, science, and other things. All right, so that's what that is. And also we have our book, the AK book, still there. You can go ahead. Oops, what is it? Okay, you can go ahead and purchase your book, the AK Family Handbook, how to do a spiritual background check, connect with your guardian angel, and develop your magical abilities. Okay. Who are you? What are you? Who's your guardian angel? What is your color? What is your day? What is your special days? What is your metal? What is your perfume? What is your cologne? Do you have a scent? Do you have celestial family? You need to know those things. Do not let the word magic fool you. We put it there so we can get rid of these people that always want to talk about hish. You need to know those things. Who are you? What are you? What are you capable? What is your gift? What is your mission here? What were you sent down there to do? What psalm that is associated with you? What is it that you want to know concerning you? You need to find out. But nonetheless, beloved, I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with love. I'll say shalom. Yes, we are here. We are back. Be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. Make sure you do not let people come and bring fear in the midst of you. Whatever is going on out there, it is good. Indeed, there is this rift, maybe not in our community or online, but everywhere, between what they are claiming as immigrant or Black American. It is good. This is how you deal with trauma. All of it have to come out. All the truth have to come out. We need to know who love and support our people and who's there or looking for a check, and who's there that been receiving a check that people don't know. There's a lot of stuff that come out there. I like, what the hell? Those things were going on. So that's why I couldn't make hash back then. That's why when I was in school with those Latinos, those Spanish people, those Brazilian, they excel before me. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get anything. I was not qualified for anything. I had to drop out of college because I couldn't pay it. I had to get 2 jobs. I couldn't get anything. I see those people were getting I talk about this thing years ago, like, yo, how those people were able to purchase those homes and stuff. This dude just got here and he had a house. Like, damn, how? Maybe they are hard workers and stuff. All these things have to come out. Okay? You have to watch and see who's about the Most High and who's about a check. Who's about, hey, now we're going to receive a check. I'm no longer part of this Hebrew Israelite thing. I'm not this anymore. I'm that now. There's a possibility for a check. You need to watch this, and it should be. It should be people that will reject the whole, well, not faith, the whole truth, and then say, I don't know y'all niggas over there. All of you are against me. All of you hated me and my people. And I got my check now. I'm good and stuff. But I thought you were all brothers. I thought you were about, nah, man, I thought I were, but I'm not. And I'm good now. It has to be done like this. The whole truth have to come out. What's going on out there, it is good. This is good therapy. You truly know someone when they are angry. You truly know the color of someone when they have money. You truly know the intention of someone when they have a little power. You truly know what was in someone's heart when they have a little validation, a little acknowledgement. And this person will come out and show and say, this is how I always felt about you and against you. You and your people. And that's what's going on right now. And it should be like this. The whole truth must get out, and let the Messiah and the Holy Spirit judge. Some claim they have no blemish. They have no sins. Some claim you have all the sin. You have all the blemish. Let the Holy One come and judge. This isn't something that is going to go away. Personally, I don't want it to go away. I want all of it to come out. I want all the truth. All those things those people done when they come upon our land. I had made a comment like this before where I referred to the land as ours, and people came after me and, well, defamation and attacks because the land is for the Most High. I should have said the Most High's land and stuff. Because, you know, we are so locked into similes and technical stuff, word syntax, language syntax, and semantics, and other nonsense. Shalom. No, it's not shalom. It's shalom. Shalom. No, it's not shalom. It's salam. It's alaikum salam. We locked into this pettiness. And when somebody says something, people choose to take this thing and attack. This is not the person. This is how that person always felt about you. And me personally, I don't take things personal anymore. Back then, I would have make video, attack back and fight back and stuff. I've seen things. I've went to places that you don't want to go there. I have witnessed, I have felt things. And what I have witnessed because of my pride, because of me thinking like, yo, I want to know, show me. And I did know, and they did show me. And I say never again. And I understand what's here for those people, not what's coming, what's already here. So I don't fret when people try to attack me and make things like that. They should. This is good. It should show whose was in here about that work and who was there about their own ulterior motive. Yes, the attack must come out. It must all come out. The name calling must come out. We need to know who's about the word and the energy of the Most High, the vibration, and who's about, yo, I'm not about that life anymore, man. Things are getting scary. Jacob Shobo is here. I'm gonna go off grid. I'm going to go in Africa. I'm getting a paycheck. Then I'm going to move to the white neighborhood where I'm gonna be safe and stuff. We need to know that. We need to know all those ones that were in the midst of us that were acting like, hey, we're brothers and sisters with stories and stuff like that. Things were good. Now there's a little validation, a little acknowledgement, and people are stunting, people are decoupling, people are rejecting the word of the Most High for a check, for the possibility of a check. It must come out. Everything must be said. People must make videos and point fingers at each other. We need to know who's who. What are you about? What are you here for? Personally, my message was this: there'll be no Jacob's trouble, be at peace. That was my message. Well, at least that's what I thought. The Holy One revealed to me that was part 1. Part 2 is a hell of a lot more work I have to do with the nation. And I want my people to know I would never sold out for fear. I'll never let a paycheck sway me. I will never let any validation sway me from this work and sell my own brothers and attack my own sisters because I disagree of something that happened to them. There is a lot of trauma that happened to our brethren. Indeed, we hate each other's gut. Remember in the good book, the Testament of the 12 Patriarch, and also in the Bible where it says, Ephraim, you're going to be jealous of Judah, and Judah, you're going to hate Ephraim. Judah, you're going to be jealous of Levi, and Levi, you're going to hate Judah. All the brothers, we have all this, and this need to come out. We need to see the anger. This is good for therapy. We cannot sit there and pretend we all the same and pretend that we have the same vision, and we pretend that, hey, I look at in the chart, I see where I came from, and I have nothing to back up that up. I just look and say, okay, well, this is what they said, then this is what I am. We need to know your heart. And a lot of people are showing their heart right now and show where they were truly about. And it needs to come out there so that people can see this. So they can see, like, are you about the work of the Holy One, or you are about the work of men? Men is not able to give us what we had lost. Only the Most High God Almighty. And He will do it through men. But when He does, you're going to know that's the work of the Holy One. For the one that are worried about a shift or a rift, you shouldn't be worried. This is good for therapy. The only thing we cannot accept is people that are in the midst of us claiming, okay, well, we are about this life and things like that. And when something do not please them, or something said, they took it very personal. Something general that is said, and the person attack, the person call you out, the person say you're a witch, you're not like me, you are different than me, I always hated your God and stuff. This is good. And I give the Most High praise and glory. I said, thank you, Heavenly Father, for removing this person from my midst, because he or she would have caused greater damage in the future. The reason the Holy One had removed certain people from your midst is because of protection. We told you, rejection is a form of a huge protection. So we are indeed being protected. These all things you're seeing out there, the whole deportation, the whole Washington, D.C., we need to know who's grounded, who's going to say, I'm fighting, I'm not running. And I'm not afraid what you're doing, this little fiasco you're putting over there in D.C. And we need to know, once they're going to sit there and say, yes, see, this is what the camp was saying. This is Jacob's trouble. You need to either go back to the church or come back to the camp. We need that. We need to know the people that you thought that was your brothers, that were talking about, like, okay, well, you know, we have next, and then now, because of this thing going on in DC and this thing going on with immigration, they reverted back and say, no, we're going to have to go through another Jacob trouble because, I don't know, people are twerking on cars. These type of things must get out. It must be spoke about. People need to get angry and post video and speak what's in your heart. Not what's in your mind, not what you hear what people said. You need to go out there and speak about this. And speak and get angry and let all out. Do not let anything in. We need to know where you stand. Do you stand for the Holy One, or do you stand for men? Do you stand saying that, okay, well, as long as I get what what they promised me here, they can still be in power. I'm gonna enjoy my stuff. I'm not gonna share it with anyone. I'm gonna do like they did, but as long as they give me a portion, I'm good. Or are you the one that say, I need you people to get the hell off my land worldwide? I need you people to die so I can enjoy the full blessing. I don't want you guys to be nowhere near me, nowhere near my land, near my people, nowhere near my earth. I want all of you to be gone, all of you to submit into captivity, hardcore slavery. We need to know that. We need to know the one that are defending this system and the one that are crushing and crashing this system. 83 has no substance, no essence. That's why they are very quiet. The pastors and the priests, they can't say anything about what's going on out there. The flood and everything. That's why most people are focusing on the negative things that are going on in DC and try to make it something. Do not give this thing life. Do not breathe anything to it. Breathe into the weather. Breathe unto those people that have taken everything away from you by law, legislature, by the stroke of a pen, by putting little quotas, commas, and dots and papers. They destroy our people. They destroy our land. They destroy my land and my people. Do not give unto those people. Every single thing that you are seeing out there, everything that you watch, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, wherever, it is good. Don't take it personally. See it for what it is. This is reality. There are people out there that hated your guts. They were always next to you because there was something they wanted. Once they get that thing, oh, they cannot get it. They didn't get what they wanted to get. Now they are against you. Yes, we must know the fake coalition, the fake people, let's come together, black and brown. It needs to be dismantled. We need to know, are you cleaving? Are you truly about that life? Because the Holy One already tested a lot of people and they failed. And there's a hell of a lot more that need to go through these tests. Show your true color. Are you about that thing? Are you honest? Are you sincere? Or are you just here to catch wind so you can get a few followers and go do your own thing, spewing lies and bring more division? Telling you the truth, none can bring division into this work. This work cannot be devised. Whoever are not supposed to be in our midst can't be in our midst. The Holy One did say, I will give back unto you what the cankerworm, what the palmer worm, what the caterpillar, what the beetles have eaten from you, my great army. He will restore everything unto his people. Personally, I do not worry about this. I never did. If somebody want to come and harm me wherever I am, you are welcome to. But be forewarned, it won't do you no good. In fact, it's going to be quite the opposite for you. I am not hiding. I am not running because I'm tired of hiding and I'm tired of running. I will not flee to any other land and hide there because nuclear war or whatever. Or if the National Guard come over here down there in Fort-Lauderdale, Florida, I won't run. If they have to come to my home and harm me and do things, so be it. I will die with my sword clenched between my finger. I'll never ever leave on my knees and kissing ass and tossing salad and kissing feet for a few bucks. I knew this thing was coming upon my people, upon my brethren. That was the price to pay. And my ancestors paid the price. I don't need to bring anything out there to anyone to prove the history of my brethren and what had happened to my people. Everything is documented. I don't need to come to in front of any 83 and tell them, well, you are this and that and stuff. I prove this to you. No. In fact, all 83s need to come to me and prove to me, why do you have authority over my scripture, my books? Where do your authority come from? Who gave it to you? You need to come and break this down to me, not me coming to you and try to prove and battle this nonsense and stuff. I'll say this to my beloved out there. Let none come and disturb your peace as always. If anyone try to draw you into this nonsense about Jacob's trouble, and to what's going on in DC or worldwide, or not worldwide, or nationwide, show them the weather, show them the wildfire, show them their priest, their pastors, silent. Nobody's talking about that Antichrist or whatever, the chip of the mark of the beast or whatever is coming, and people are staying quiet about those things that are popping up in the sea, those earthquakes. People are quiet about the orbs, the spheres, those weird sighting. People are quiet because they know judgment is not coming, it's already here, because they know their blessing is over. With that being said, beloved, I'm leaving you with peace. I'm leaving you with love. Keep the vibration high. Keep the frequency positive. Let none come and disturb you. You are protected. Nothing's going to happen to you. Those people are going to do the best they can do to bring you into a state of depression, a state of lowliness, a state of loneliness, so they can thrive for a little bit more. But with love, with unity, with the power of the Holy Spirit, the power of the Mother, the power of the Father, the power of the Son, the power of the people, the ancestors, the angels, we are here and we ain't gonna go nowhere. Prepare slaughter for his children. Prepare slaughter for them, not our people. Shalom.